no, no. So much to do, so little time. Where do I start? Just kidding. We are back. I haven't gotten any further than I left you guys. So, yeah. Last thing I wrapped was the trunk. So today we're going to do a little bit of prepping, I think. More like dismantling and taking things apart to expose the panels that we're going to be wrapping next. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. My plan is to tackle the fender. At least get it exposed enough to even begin wrapping it. We do have to remove mud flaps. Maybe the fender liner in here. Might as well remove my side skirts while I'm at it. I have been delayed the last 2 weeks or so just because it's been raining on and off in California. And the days that it does rain, I bust out the old Subi girl and she gets me to work just fine. I've only ridden my motorcycle, 3 times back from work in the pouring rain. Definitely was an experience, but I highly do not recommend it. At least more than once. You have to live it once at least. Still filthy from the real rainstorm that we had. Whew, I'm very disorganized. I could tell you that, and as you guys can probably already notice. But we're continuing on. I set aside some time today. It's a Friday, and my main focus is to just get started on this thing. Just continue the process and get it done. One day. At least get one step closer to being done. So that being said, let's go on ahead and start exposing this baby. Okay, well, let's start with the old Phillips head screws that are holding on my mud flap. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. My stubby screwdriver is just not stubby enough, I guess. Let's turn the wheels. Okay, outsmarting my car one step at a time. So there's gonna be 4 Phillips head screws holding on these mud flaps. These are Rally Armor mud flaps. Go figure, what a surprise. And yeah, they're killing it in the game. Oh, better yet. Hold up, I just had a brilliant idea. Forgot about my awesome automated ratchet here. Damn it. Oh yeah, bring it back to good memories. The early stages of modifying. These have lasted for 6 years, 6+ years. They've done me well and they're well worth the money. I should totally wrap my mud flap. First ever vinyl wrap mud flap. Maybe a dumb idea. Maybe a brilliant idea. 2 long screws, 2 short screws. Spacer goes on the inside screw. Got it. Mental note, done. It's always a good idea to stay organized while you're dismantling. I know this is a pretty damn straightforward of where these things might go, but I'm just gonna put them in a bag anyway, label it, and forget about it. Mud flaps, done. At least one anyway. Okay, on to the next step. So your mud flap screw actually screws into one of the holes on your side skirt. So that is one supporting screw there. And then we're gonna have some clips on the underside of the whole side skirt. Let's get a shot of that, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, including the one that we took out for the mud flap. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop those babies out. Looks like those standard pop clips. Nothing too fancy here. I'm gonna show you guys the first clip and then so on and so forth after that one. Highly recommended Amazon trim tool kit, I guess you would call it. I might be able to put a link in the description below, but check it out. It's definitely worth the money, and it's not really that much money. Very cheap and very helpful. I may have off-roaded my Subaru a couple of times in the past. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of dirt that falls out of these side skirts. I've never removed them. There's a first for everything, and today's the day. Kind of a tough little area, so the trim removal tools may not be your best bet for this. So I'm going with the screwdriver. Maybe I'll need a bigger one there. I have to pry on my precious coddle. Just a little twist of the finger. Now can we bring our sweet tool in here? Maybe get up in there, boy. Ooh, it works. Yay. Okay, I got that piece. Boom, out. So just your standard 2-piece clip. So far so good on the first one. Let's continue this process and hopefully don't break any. Although I do have a whole pack of clips on the way from Amazon. Pretty much every single clip you'll ever need. I'm hoping. I didn't receive it yet, but it sounded promising. Could use my cool tool, but sometimes I'm too cool for the tool. Pretend I never said that. Here we go. Easy. Boom. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Another one bites the dust. Maybe. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay, we got all the clips out now, and I believe we're just gonna kind of give it a firm pull. I'm right at the back of the car, and just start to freaking unwrap it. Wow, look at that! Look at that good stuff coming out there. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Oh. well, I just had to get the back loose, and looks like the side skirt decided to do its own thing and fall right off. We good, we Gucci. I suspected it is filthy under this side skirt. As it should be, I guess. It's never been removed in the car's life, so I guess that's not totally surprising. Got a little trim piece that came off, just kind of tucks up under the side skirt like that and rides like that under the car. We're gonna learn a lot about this car inside and out. Guess we'll just set it aside, be gentle with it, and try not to screw it up any more than it already is. I'm really just trying to get to this fender over here. And again, back with the bagging everything, labeling it, and staying organized. In order to tuck the fender properly with the vinyl, I'm gonna have to remove the fender liner. You just really can't get your finger back behind it too well. Let's go ahead and start tearing this fender liner out. As in tearing, I mean gently tearing it out. We got a little wiggle here. Just gonna go around and see where it's connected. Oh, yep, nothing there. I can't recall. This clip in here might have came with my mud flaps. That's where the screw would go into. So I'm gonna pop this little plastic thing out and check it out. It may just be a female thread that I put in there in order to mount the mud flaps. I'm figuring this out right here, right now. So let's go ahead and investigate. It's finally starting to come out. This thing was in there. Oh, there we are. Just one of these babies. I'm not sure if that's factory or what, but there's definitely maybe some threads. I'm not really sure. I know I am sure I'm going to put this in my mud flap bag and screw it onto one of the longer screws, and that way I know where it goes and I won't be questioning myself when the time comes. Not quite sure why I put on an accent sometimes, but I wish someone could smack me. Well, finding out more about this right now, we do have a couple of these, I guess it's the other side. Your typical, bumper underskirt fasteners, I guess you would say. I'm gonna be sure to pull those out too right away and put them in with my mud flap bag. This just allows the screw to screw into something and tighten down. A couple more clips I see. One on the inner side here, another one right above it. Well, I'm not really getting anywhere with my little screw rivet, something or other divot. The Phillips head strips out so easy, and there's no way to get a little grip on it. It just sucks. Even tried to prick in this little flathead right around the rim, right around the edge, like right where it would pop up, and no luck. So I'm just gonna break it off. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but I have to do it. See what I mean? Look how stripped out that Phillips head is. And it's really just supposed to pop up like that. Look at all the dirt in there. No wonder why I wasn't moving. And yeah, they're just no bueno. No bueno. So we do have a couple of these babies. So we got the tab that's part of the fender, and then the plastic piece that goes over it. That's part of the fender liner. That's coming off there. So unfolding it from the tuck there. And just peels it right back. Check it out. We see what's under. Oh my god. Holy shizzle. Oh my god. My Subaru has its own recipe. Wow. Wow. Did you see that? Blech. We have a lot to clean before we touch any wrap or get anywhere close to wrapping. We're gonna need to clean the crap out of this thing. Well, I'm coming to realize I may have to actually jack my car up in order to get the last couple clips. I do have one here, right up there. You can kind of see it wiggling, but I think I still have one up above somewhere. But I'm gonna see how it's gonna wiggle once I get this one out that I could see, and then yeah, go from there, bruh. Thankfully, it's just a normal clip. Our empty holes over there. Yeah, there's definitely another clip in there somewhere, but I can't seem to find it with this wheel in the way and with my car being so low. This little small jack I intended to use, I forgot it's not even low enough to jack my car up. So I had to resort to Big Daddy here. We got the low profile jack, and we're gonna jack this thing up, and hopefully we're gonna find the last clip to my bumper liner, to my fender liner. There we go. There we go. Oh, not recommended, I know. I'm just gonna take a quick look. Could be my life. One more damn clip, Where you at, though, boy? Well, I found the last clip, and turns out it's gonna be a freaking scrivet. You know, those two that I had to mess with earlier and broke both of them? Yeah. nearly impossible to see. I can barely see it with my own eyes, so I don't think I'll be able to show you on here. Right in that little cubby hole is going to be a scrivet. One stupid scrivet. I'm almost tempted to come in from the actual top and just put pressure down on it. Pry it out that way, because I'm trying to cut corners here. Obviously, I could have removed the wheel and could have been maybe halfway done wrapping my fender by now. Okay, well, off camera, I am the man. I slid up under here with both hands, applied plenty of pressure, and we got the scrivet off. Stay tuned to see if it's broke. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the scrivet, bro? I think it probably just popped right through this. Oops. Anyways, our fender liner is finally out. Wow, take a look at that. And you can see that low life. My freaking wheel actually does scrape when we're at full lock. Wow, that's amazing. Goal achieved, man. Full lock and we're scraping through our fender liner. It just shouldn't be that way on a Subaru, but you know, to each their own. You can do what you want. Well, here's a fender without the liner. Look at my old dusty coilover there. BC Racing coilovers. And yeah, the inner workings of the Subaru. How they took all the wires. Oh, they're baloney. I'm hoping that wasn't the top fastener that I ripped through. I may have got a bad look at it, and it looks like it might just be a screw. Future reference for next time. I could have easily stuck my little screwdriver in there, backed that baby out, and would have been well on my way, and I wouldn't have a ripped fender liner. But living, learning. Another great use for your Amazon trim tool. Picking out the sludge. Jesus Christ. Oh, evacuate. Time to remove our headlight bolts here. We're gonna have two 10 mils here. One 10 mil on the side. 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got that too. Duh. Looks like another 10. Not a problem. And a little clip skiddy there. Now this baby should come out. Just got to undo the electrical wires. Look how ghetto these are. I mean, look. They're just falling apart, man. It's melted. It shorts out. Look at that. The ground is busted. I mean, I might be able to revamp these lights, but I mean, is it really worth it? Might make a video out of it. Who knows? But I may just order some on Amazon too. This is actually the area we're after. This is where we're going to tuck in to the fender. It actually seems pretty clean. I'm very surprised. Well, the gunk and sludge isn't as bad on this side, so that's a good thing. I do have this weird rubber piece on this side. Weird, yeah, there's a whole like foam piece all the way up and around. The other side didn't have any of that, so maybe it already was ripped out at some point. But I have to take it out. The side skirt will cover up a little bit of this right here, so I'm not going to be too picky about it. There we go, we got the fender liner out. Now we're going to pull the car out and give it a little wash around this area, just up under the fender. Give it a little courtesy wash before we start on the wrapping process. Okay, so far so good. I'm thinking it's going pretty good. Just slowly starting to lay it out, nice and smooth. I started with the flare part first. Started laying that down, and I'm just slowly starting to work out all the bubbles and creases. I don't have any significant creases or anything that looks scary that I need to get out right now. You probably notice I'm only using my wrap glove just for right now. Just find it a little more comfortable to use the wrap glove versus the squeegee. Not sure why, it's just my comfort zone for right now. You may have seen in the time lapse I did maybe a little bit of cold stretch just around to the left and to the right just to kind of glass out this flared area here. Just rubbing it out nice and easy, nice and smooth. Stay tuned for further casualties here. I'm noticing some tension here. You can see how it's pulling on this part and not allowing it to lay that flat. So I'm going to do a relief cut right here. This is the spot that we're not even using. So it's a perfect opportunity to relief cut some of this excess. Be sure to watch and find out to see if I screw anything up before you actually do this in real time with me. Relief cut is needed here. Just allows a little bit more slack here. See how easy that's laying down right now after that relief cut? Look at that. Nice, nice. So far so good. No heat has been used. As you can see, I'm towards the bottom now. My side skirt's actually going to cover up this area right here, but I'm going to do my best to try to continue it down just for some excess practice here. Alrighty, time to do a little bit of trimming. I already ran my blade from the top all the way down. I ran the blade on the door side edge all the way down, and we're going to peel it up and check it out. Before we do our awesome tuck, this is where I stopped here. We still got to finish off pretty much everything, but this is the first long trim cut that I did. You guys can check out down here what I did, but I kind of went over and beyond what I need to do just because the side skirt is going to cover up this area, so it's going to be wrapped separately. But I ended up tucking into this crevice here and then doing a stretch around this bend just to see if I could do it, if I was capable, and it looks like it turned out pretty good. But I'm not sure if I'll keep it or not, but I just wanted to test myself. But yeah, it's actually a little easier than I was expecting. So we're just kind of working it down, making sure I can see the edge before I start to trim anything. And you can kind of see the outline of the fender. Be very cautious, again. It's always good to trim longer because you ain't getting your material back. It's always good to have a nice sharp knife as well. But yeah, long, tedious process, as you guys know already. If you guys have been watching my series, you know it is not quick and it takes a lot of time. This is looking pretty frickin' sick, brother. Look at that. Look at this fender. Nice and wrapped, nice and tucked, nice and sexy. Just getting the first look at the finished fender now. Each panel I wrap, it just starts to look better and better. I mean, this is the first complete, 2 panels side by side, so wow. So yeah, I guess we're gonna finish this baby up And then we'll probably start on the other side. Maybe not, probably not. You'll see a video of me doing the other side.